Hi, welcome to the Voices of Madison Park Technical Vocational High School. We are excited about this week's podcast that we have going on. Our voices, they shape our community. The Voices of Madison Park highlights stories of experience, achievements of Madison Park community from students, teachers, and alumni, as well as our partners. We amplify the voices that shape our school, culture, and inspire our excellence. Today, we are excited to have our phenomenal, and I do repeat, phenomenal physical education teacher and athletic director, Mr. Harvey. But before we go into that interview, I would like to introduce my phenomenal, that's right, assistant co-host right here, Mashayla Hester Wells. Mashayla, how are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm good. Aren't you excited?
Yeah, I'm feeling pumped. I got that MP spirit. You know?
I got that MP pride, but I heard that our MP spirit and MP pride isn't bigger than Coach Harvey, Madison Park Technical Vocational High School's athletic director as well as PE teacher. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Let's give it up.
Got that MP unity.
Well, I know Mashayla has that first question for you because we've been waiting for you to be here all day.
So can you introduce yourself and tell us how long you've been coaching volleyball at Madison Park?
Coach Harvey, Will Harvey, Madison Park. I'm a vocational coach. I've been coaching volleyball. Started with the boys about 8 years and have been coaching the girls for the past 4 years.
Coach, what made you get into coaching? What inspired you to become a coach? And have you played sports yourself? I think that's a great place to start.
Right. So grew up playing basketball. Also used to crew a little bit. But I, athlete. So I could play any sport. But as far as like competing, I used to crew, rode the head of the Charles, head of the Connecticut, the National Henley Regatta, and also played basketball, high school, college, and had the potential to go overseas, but got into coaching. Now,
I want to say something because you said something a lot of inner city kids don't always get to experience is rowing.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Beautiful. Something that if I could go back and do it over, I probably would have took the scholarship to go do rowing.
And they don't really understand the head of the Charles.
Yeah.
So what does it mean to be on the Charles?
What it is, I was a part of a 4-man boat, a quad, and I rowed starboard. So the head of the Charles is the race that starts at the top of the head of the Charles River and goes all the way down to the bottom. So up there near, where is it, Community Rowing? Well, it's back in the day, Community Rowing used to be down there by the Hat Shell. And it would go all the way down to now the new Community Rowing. So.
And you also said you played basketball.
Yes.
What was that like? Because it's different rowing, because, rowing's this and shooting is this. Yes. I'm familiar with that. Now, tell me about your crossover. How you was able to crossover?
Played point guard. I was point guard most of my career. Went from the 1 to the 3 whenever the coach would bring in the backup point guard. And graduated from English High, went on to go to St. Joe's, and then finished at Eastern Nazarene College. So
That's
decent.
Wonderful.
Pretty decent.
So what to you makes the Madison Park volleyball team unique?
This year, these last 4 years, I could say, and I'm speaking about the girls. Mm-hmm. These are pretty much girls that I met while they were in middle school. Mm-hmm. So building a relationship with parents, knowing that the kids were coming to Madison early, it has been like a godsend, right? Because now the parents start to trust you early. They believe in what's going on. This group, the seniors, was my first group, meaning like as soon as I started, that was that freshman year, right? Mm-hmm. So these last 4 years, it's been a lot of work. Every year we've gotten better, and it paid off this year. So first year, I think we went 500. I want to say we went 8-8. Second year, we ended up going 11-4, but ended up winning the championship. And then last year we went again 11-4, and we made it to the championship and lost. However, after losing, the girls, we get to the championship game, get all the way to the Sweet 16. Girls are crying, and I'm looking at them, and I'm smiling. And they're like, what are you smiling about? Because y'all don't understand what's going to happen next year. And they said, here's the goal. Undefeated, conference champions, city champions, state titles.
We'll give it up.
And we came real close to it. So we got everything. We got the conference. We got the city title, and ended up losing in the Elite Eight to a team that made it to the championship. And we was right there. You know, so we won 5 sets in the Elite Eight game, meaning, so it was, I think the score ended up being 15-10, but we was right there.
But what does it take? So I'm sitting here hearing you talk. What does it take to build a student athlete?
Just finding the right person, right? Boy or girl, that can see a vision, right? And they're cool with doing what's being asked. Now, it's okay to question the coach, but you also want the kid that'll question the coach, but will ultimately listen and do what's being asked, right? With that being said, my first want and ask of the girls was, I need everybody to commit. Everyone committed.
Okay.
The next commitment was, I need you to commit to the classroom. Everyone has to get the honor roll. And for the last 4 years, if a girl didn't make the honor roll, they only missed it by 1 seed.
Wow. So, let's give it up. Let's give it up for that. Let's give it up. That's some real MP pride.
Yeah. So now we're just trying to take that, they model, they're model students, model athletes, and now we're just trying to, like, this is me putting on my AD hat, trying to take that and replicate that in every other sport inside Madison, because the potential's here.
Now, we know that you're a physical education teacher. That takes a lot of work. People don't really understand inspiring a group of kids that come in to play, but not just that, you are exposing them, because that's really where a lot of kids get exposure to playing volleyball, to playing basketball, because you're giving them the fundamentals in PE class. Tell us a little bit about that. Kids come into your PE class. What is it, an MP PE experience like?
So what? It's a great question. I tell you, the girls being who they are and doing what they do. We get here in August, right, for volleyball, for football. So that the athletes that's playing in any fall sport, they're setting the precedent for the kids coming in, right? With that being said, they're already fine-tuned. So one of the sports that we do offer at the beginning is volleyball. Now, with the games going on, the kids coming into the classroom, and able to having the ability to go watch a game, it intrigues kids. So which means once they come to class, they're asking, hey, can we try this? Can we try this? And then it just happens. It just happens organically. Like the numbers grow.
Wow.
That the kids, receiving and asking and wanting to do things, it just happens organically.
Well, Mashayla, you're also a student here, so I'm going to throw it back at you as well. How do you feel being a student at MP, but being with champions, being amongst the great of the great? Tell us about your experience in celebrating our volleyball team and all our other athletic programs.
I think my experience in MP has been very inspirational. I feel like I really felt the MP spirit, especially when I did volleyball last year. I felt very welcomed. I felt like a part of the team. I felt like we all worked together very good. And I just felt like we all just had that MP love. We all had the same goal in mind. We worked hard to achieve our goal and to practice every day, give it our all, and just have MP spirit.
I love that. So that part of the segment that we do is called Turn the Mic. And one thing about the beauty of our podcast is I like to turn the mic. So I don't just turn it on our guests. The blessing here is I turn it on our students, because our students are in the building, and you being a student here and being the co-host, you get to be part of my Turn the Mic. So now we're going to turn the mic back to Coach Harvey. And I know you want to hit him with a question.
How does playing volleyball help students grow on and off the court?
The biggest thing, like I keep hearing, we're talking about MP spirit. Yeah. Like over again, this group of girls is special to me, right? And to watch them grow from being clicked out, right? So when they come in the first day 4 years ago, these two would hang with each other, these two would be with each other, this one would be by herself, this one by herself. Like yesterday, case in point, I'm inside my class. One of the girls come over, I said, we're gonna play this game. And she said, what? I said, we're just going to make a random call. You're not going to see the person's name. They're going to speak. You're going to speak. You guys have to guess and say which teammate it was.
Okay.
These girls, as soon as someone says hello, they know each other. Like so that right there is you know, is bigger than the sport, right? Because now we're talking about being familiar, and then more than that, it's family. It's family, right? Yeah. They're already working out there in the weight room already.
Wow.
We got 7 to 9 girls already in the weight room for next year, and they're holding each other accountable. So as far as like building the culture, building, you know, trust. These girls trust each other. They trust what you know, the plan and the vision. And now because of that, they're just family. It's dope. I love it.
Well, we love it too. I mean, you've been here for a while. The impact that you've made. I just want to say, how does it feel to work with girls? And I'm gonna say this 2 ways. You know, through athletics, you build self-esteem. What are some of the changes? And you being a male coach, seeing you coach. What are some of the things that you've seen that you've been able to witness young girls, I guess, self-esteem improve, overall just become more confident? Tell us a little bit about that experience, especially when they come in as freshmen.
Yeah. With that, it goes to the next level, right? Because I'm inside the school, they already understand I am first coach. The next layer is big brother. The next layer is uncle. The next layer is
Oh, you
father,
got a lot
right?
of titles.
So what happens is it starts as a coach, but then by the end of the 4 years, they won't date a guy without bringing them to get screened out.
Okay, so you started coach, so now you dad.
Yeah, and it automatically happens.
So what happens when they bring them to you? What kind of questions do you ask?
I bring them in. We have those real questions. You know, the real statements. Hey, listen, she's with me. Understand? I got a basketball and a football team, and all these boys will do whatever I ask. So that's one of them. Number 2 is, hey, listen, make sure you learn how to communicate, because people don't be telling these young guys and girls, like, that's huge. Learn how to communicate. If you're not with it, speak it, right?
Wow.
And then the next one is, hey, there's zero disrespect.
Yep.
She better not come in here with no tears in her face. and we shake hands, and then it goes on. So, and next after that, we go to the parents, right? I get real. Each girl has a individual. First off, we have the group chat with the team. Then I have a group chat with me, her, and the parent. So the communication is always going. Right?
Wow. You know, that's really admirable, because I think a lot of people don't really understand the role of a coach. But the part that I like is when you said you're not just the coach. You're like the dad, the mentor. And then the big word that you used is we're a family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
You know, I think that's really important. And when young people come to school, that's building community and being part of something bigger than themselves is really important.
I'm gonna give and this is like maybe one of my highlights of being a coach at Madison, right? And this is from a basketball player, though, right? You don't know how you're inspiring or impacting a person's life until they let you know indirectly who you are to them.
Ooh.
All right? So this dude his girl is giving birth. And while she's on the table, he's calling me, Harvey, look, she's in. And I'm like this. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, it's happening. I'm like, yo, get off the phone. Call me when it's done. But when you know, I said, go tell her to breathe. And he got off the phone. And I'm just looking like, man, that's huge. Like,
Yeah.
Here it is. He's supposed to be telling her to breathe.
He's calling you.
And he's calling you. So after he's graduated, he's graduated from school, and he's calling you back because he's doing one of the biggest things.
Yes.
Let's give it up for that. Let's give it up for that.
Huge. All right, here we go.
For that.
I say that to say this. The girls know no babies until 30.
Oh, thank you. No babies till 30. No babies till 30. Did y'all hear that? The no babies till 30.
Yep.
Well, I know Mashayla has another question for you on the table.
All right. So speaking of community and teamwork, is there like a game or a season that really stood out to you like the most?
Oh, this year has got to be my best year of coaching when it comes to girls volleyball. And it started again. Last year's loss at the Sweet 16 because the girls we got on the bus on the way home, and I said, "What's the goals for next year?" They say conference, city, state title.
Wow.
And then we said undefeated. We threw that in there.
Ooh,
Hey, we
undefeated.
People don't understand how close we were to
Yeah.
make it. So number one in the city, this girls team made it the furthest any city team has made it.
Gotta keep going.
Right?
Gotta keep going. We got our own clap up in here.
And then to go 18-1, 19-1, and be there, right? And how close it was, how close the game was, and you know, it's all about trying to figure it out. If we had just made one adjustment, we probably would have. We definitely would have played in the championship game. Yeah. And when I went to go watch the game, and we would have had a chance to win the game. Yeah. So it was just one of those days. You know, some days, especially like right now, it's March Madness. But when it's time for playoffs, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
How does that feel? You know, as a coach, like you're in the game, the energy's high, but you as the coach are under the most pressure because you have to be able to break the play down, which they can grab. Tell us about that when you're coaching them and they implement what you said, and then you see what you said turn into something bigger. Tell us about that feeling.
No, it's beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to you know, because everybody wants to play. Let's say, for instance, the outside hitter is the position that it's like the sexy position, right? Because that's the person that gets the most touches, right? That's the person that's doing all the kills. Everyone wants to be an outside hitter. Mm-hmm. So now it's about managing personalities. Hey, listen, I know you want to do this, but I think you'll be better here. Yeah. And at first, they you know, standoffish, you know, but then once it comes together and then they start seeing it, it comes together, oh, I can be just as impactful over here as I am over there. Cool. And the luxury that I had was having two setters, right? Wow. The setters are like the point guard on or the quarterback on it. I had two girls that could pass that ball all over the court, and they made sure everybody touched the ball. Wow. So because everybody's touching the ball, now everybody's locked in. Everybody's going to do what's being asked.
Cohesion.
So,
it's just cohesion.
Yeah, exactly.
So how do you feel that like athletics, like volleyball, can support like a student's like overall experience at Madison Park?
Well, that's a great question. And what happens is, no, because I'm thinking like,
like going to the championship and winning games and.
I could tell you this, right? Me walking outside, let's say I get approached by a 7th or 8th grader. Okay. Hey, coach, aren't you the coach at Madison? I'm like, yeah. And but guess what? Normally, I used to be known for basketball.
Oh, okay. So you done switched the game.
So now, these kids are walking up, the volleyball coach, right? And I'm looking like, yeah, I'm coming to Madison for that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to, so we co-op with Fenway. I'm going to go to Fenway so I can play for you. I'm going to go to Madison so I can play. It's different. It's humbling. You know what I'm saying?
But women's sports is taking over, and one of the increase that we've seen in athletics is volleyball. Yeah. So could you tell us a little bit about that? Because, you know, I played volleyball as a youngin', but when I played, you know, that was a long time ago. But to see more and more young girls involved in sports, tell us a little bit about that, because you've had the opportunity to grow with that.
Yeah. So what happens is during the summer, and you got to give credit where credit's due. So it starts with BPS Athletics. Give it up
for BPS. Yep, give it up.
Amy Daniels, they put together a nice little middle school program, and now they're starting to get coaches that are, you know, learning the sport early, so the girls are learning inside middle school. Now, what we offer during the summer is 2 days out the week where girls can come and work with us, right? So, and again, that's why you gotta give credit where it's due. Yeah. We got a Tucker Welch, which is my assistant coach. He coaches over at Greenwood. We got Coach Hardy, Coach Courtney. She's over at New Mission. These are people. Coach Al from Milton, and his crew. They come in during these Tuesdays and Thursdays, give their time and offer it to the city, right? Wow. So because of that, we'll have 60 to 90 kids on any Tuesday or Thursday.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And I'm talking about, let's say, for instance, we got a heat wave. We had a heat wave.
Yeah.
I just so happened to show up just to make sure that the girls know. Man, I had 70 girls out there.
Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me?
70, so guess what we got to do? I got to open these doors because we're not going to turn them away.
Yeah, no, we don't turn young people away.
No. We go get the waters, and they're working.
Wow.
Working.
Oh, we got to give that. That deserves a double up. Yeah. We're going to have to do the double up.
So I hear that there's a lot of students, wanting to participate and come to Madison Park for sports or even for summertime. So, what advice would you give to students who want to try out for the Madison Park volleyball team?
All right, so again, it's bigger than sports, right? Know this. Number one, you come to MP and you play for any sport or any one of my teams, you're gonna work.
Right.
All right. So understand that I'm gonna bust your behind. There's not gonna be a no for an answer.
Yes.
And we're gonna work.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that I make sure these kids know is don't come here just for the sport. Don't come in, and that's why some kids go over to Fenway, right? Because the vocation. I listen. Come here because you want a voc.
Yes.
We want to make sure that as soon as you get the opportunity, you can go work. Right?
You know something? I think Madison Park Technical Vocational High School is very special.
Yeah.
Not just because you're here giving back to the young people and doing exciting things, but there's something that you just said, the voc thing.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be a PE teacher, athletic director in one of the most magical schools in the city? Because this isn't traditional.
Yeah.
And the things that you're doing actually compound even more work on the young people. Because, in a regular school, all the kid has to do is go to school, right?
School.
Here, they got to make sure they're balancing both academics, vocation, and athletics. That's a big trifecta right there.
So they're doing it, and let's say, for instance, my senior captains, we got Emily Ramirez. So she's electrical, right? However, Emily is 3-year, all-star, player of the year.
Wow.
Now.
Emily got to give it up. Give it up. MP.
But right now she's on co-op.
Okay.
So she's out there with the men downtown building buildings.
That's
right?
amazing.
That's bigger than big.
Now she got called in. They're gonna put her in a union. So now this is where the conversation from a coach has, I have to have that conversation with her. So she's like, I want to play college volleyball. Or do you think I should go into the union? That's a hard question, right? Because you say, what's going to happen if you go to college and you play volleyball? What's next? And then we say, hey, well, what happens if you really focus on this union? We're talking about the next 4 years, changing your family's trajectory.
Right.
So these are the conversations I have to have.
But what I like?
Absolutely.
It's bigger than deep. But one thing that's magical about MP, and your career starts right when you walk in the door. But even bigger than that, you just talked about opportunities. A lot of young people don't get that many opportunities.
Yes.
So how blessed is she to be able to wait? You know what I mean? We got to give that up. This school does it big. It does it real big.
No. So and then I got others that's focused more so on theirs. Their vocs, but their vocs are gonna push them towards the college side. Yes. So we got girls that's accepted to Mass College of Pharmacy.
Wow.
And again, trying to juggle and balance. They did a great job. Like every one of my girls are bringing me letters to colleges, bringing me,
wow.
hey, you don't want to pat yourself on the back.
Oh, it's okay. We'll pat you. We'll pat you.
Sometimes you got to say,
we got that for you.
We did the work. So with them doing that, any girl that's, younger, that's coming up after, that's now the expectation. And these girls are locking in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, Javi, I just want to say in closing, right? There's going to be so many people watching this podcast. I really want to say we're trying to make it big because we are the voices of the school.
Yep.
Yes.
And this is truly one of the most magical schools in the city. What would you say to someone who's out there? Now, this is kind of a three-pronged question. So one is someone young in the 7th and 8th grade. What would you say to them?
7th and 8th grade, have as much fun as you can. Go to school and create great habits.
Okay. And those habits we're hoping. So now that 7th and 8th grade, I like what you said to them. Have as much fun as you can. Go to school, create great habits. Now that 7th and 8th grader has to make a choice of a school in the city of Boston.
Yes.
what would you say to them about their choice? Because, looking at Madison, looking at other schools, what would you say to them?
If you have an idea on what you want to do, and it has to do with anything with a trade, choose Madison.
Okay.
If you're indecisive and you think you just want to do a school route, choose another school. Right?
Okay.
However, coming to Madison, understand if you could come in here and lock in,
You can go.
the sky's the limit.
Wow. My last question is, if you had 3 words you could say, this would be to our student body. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you 5 words if you want to put it together to say to our student body, the kids here, the community. What voice would you use to say that to them?
What voice?
Meaning those 5 words,
Okay.
that's your voice.
So it's crazy because I've been working on this quote, and I think we'll get it.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
So it's discipline yourself, your thoughts, and your actions.
Ooh, repeat.
Discipline yourself, your thoughts, and your actions.
Well, you guys, the Voices of Madison Park podcast is very special to us. I don't even know how you say anything after Coach Harvey just said what you just said. So, Mashayla and I, we have to do what we do. MP, go, MP, go, MP, go.
MP love.
MP, pride.
MP unity.
What? Say it again.
MP love.
MP, pride.
MP unity.
You can't get better than that. All right, we're going to be coming back because the best is yet to come. Hi, welcome back to the Voices of Madison Park podcast. MP Pride.
MP Love.
MP Family. That's right. We are back and we are so excited. We got our second half of the show. So I like to turn the mic. I'm going to turn the mic over to our co-host. But before I do that, you are listening to the Voices of Madison Park podcast, the voice that shapes our community on WBCA 102.9 FM Boston. So make sure you keep listening. All right, I'm turning the mic to you.
Hi, I'm Danny. I'm the co-host, and I'm here with Reishmell.
Hi guys.
And today I just have a few questions for you about your experience here at Madison Park. Okay. But my first question is, what made you feel like this school was the best fit for you?
Honestly, I graduated middle school not knowing what school to go to. So I didn't really have a pathway. I kind of came into this school because my best friend was coming here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is my confession. Keep going now.
Yeah, kind of. Like, I just was low-key going with the flow. I didn't really know this school was, like, really a vocational school. I didn't have, like, a way to go with things.
What made you like it once you started coming here?
At first, I heard a lot of bad news about this school, so I was a little bit iffy about it, but I actually ended up liking it only because of the vocation and, like, the opportunities they gave you.
Now, I like something that you said, so I'm going to ask a question. Has Madison lived up to what you thought it was be? Because you know what you just said. People hear things about schools. You know, in all schools got things going on. Mm-hmm. But is this the school to be in when you were talking about graduating?
I would say so, yeah.
And what program are you in?
I'm in medical.
And what year are you right now?
2026. I graduate this year.
So you came here. You said your friends go to school here. So let's talk about freshman year.
Okay. Freshman year, I low-key took it as a joke only because, you know, it's a new environment. It's a big space. And, like, you make new friends, new people. And, you know, it was just fun for me.
Okay.
Is there anything that you experienced in Madison that you thought you wouldn't experience anywhere else?
Yeah, the vocations.
And what made you choose your vocation?
At first I wanted to do cosmetology, but my mom like talked me out of it because she said we could do another program that will benefit me, and I'm not the type to want to be standing for too long, and like just doing hair. I don't know.
Okay, so you.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I kind of forgot what I was gonna say.
That's okay. She can go ahead and.
So in the vocation, medical field.
Yeah.
During your experience with that, what was the best thing that you learned? What was the new things that you learned?
I learned a lot of stuff. I learned how to do vital signs. I learned how to do phlebotomy, which is like drawing blood. I learned injections, urinalysis, which is like dipping urine and like testing it. I learned a lot of stuff, and I made new connections, went to Harvard Medical, had internship in a surgical specialties clinic, and they taught me a lot. I seen a lot of procedures, and yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say something because Madison Park Technical Vocational High School is a very special school.
Yeah.
And you epitomize our trifecta. We've had 23 young people already graduate with an associate's degree out of high school. Unheard of, unprecedented at Boston Public School, especially being a school that you were talking about people coming, and you heard all these things, right?
Yeah.
But no one heard that part. 23 young people have graduated with an associate's degree. Now, my next thing is we are slated, or what I've been told, to have another 7 come out this year.
Yes.
So I heard that you one of the trifectas. MP Pride,
MP Love,
MP Family. Okay, tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so freshman year, my teachers seen my potential. They just seen that I was taking school as a joke, but they seen like I could do more. Sophomore year, I was enrolled in honors classes, and I started taking my first college class, which was English 111. I started taking English 111, and I started realizing that I was capable of it, but I didn't want to do it. And then I was talking about my mom. I was talking with my mom, and she told me to like take on this opportunity because you never know when it's gonna come again. I was like, okay, I have no choice now. So I took onto the opportunity and ended up with a A- in that class.
Wow.
And then my junior year, I started taking, my summer, starting junior year, I started taking college classes at Bunker Hill. And so basically it was literature and I think another class, but I don't remember.
Okay.
But basically I was just taking all those classes, and then starting junior year, I was taking a full-on college course, which was my first semester. My first semester, it was horrible.
Okay.
Horrible. And that was only because I didn't know what I was walking myself into, and I didn't know how to ask for help. So I was mostly like the quiet type. I didn't ask people for help. I knew there was tutoring, but I wasn't like into it. And then I seen my grades, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I don't want to. So I started asking for help, and there was a lot of teachers who helped me, like Mr. O. And yeah. And then my senior year, I'm still taking college classes, hanging through a thread, but we're getting there. And yeah.
So you slated to graduate with your associate's degree.
Yes.
Now, I don't think people really understand. You are in high school.
Yeah.
While in your junior year, you was taking what again?
Full-on college classes.
Full-on college classes. Now, how did you balance that?
It was honestly very hard because I'm also on the volleyball team, and like I feel like I had to manage my time correctly or else I would low-key flop. But I feel like with the right people by your side, you could do anything, and people supporting you, and yeah.
Okay, you said people supporting you and the right people by your side, but what was the one thing mainly that supported you throughout the way that kept you pushing?
Honestly, I would have to think about that. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like me wanting that associate's degree like made me want to like keep going instead of just stopping right there.
Okay, MP Pride.
MP Love.
MP Family. You know, I just want to say, graduating from a vocational school, how were you balancing both being in college, going to your vocation, and doing your academics? I'm talking about that's a real trifecta.
Since I was taking college classes at Bunker Hill, I wouldn't have to take academic classes here, because I had a whole semester at Bunker Hill, and yeah. But for my vocation, I would kind of like have to. I feel like my teacher was very like, she knew what was going on with me, and she was helpful. Like Miss Mays was, I love Miss Nice. But basically, she would like help me if I needed help with anything. She would be there. She would be my support. Mr. Grace and Mr. Fons, everybody was just there for me, and like they helped me manage my time and like gave me advice for me to keep going.
Let's give it up for those teachers now. We got to do that. Got to show that MP pride. So we have another question for you right on the table, right over there.
So what are your plans after graduation?
My plan for graduation, well, after graduation would be, I would hope to go to a 4-year college. I'm still applying, waiting for acceptances. But yeah, that's like what I mainly want to do. And I want to become a pediatric nurse.
Oh, sure. Wait a minute. MP pride.
MP love.
MP
Family. There we go.
And yeah, I aspire to be a pediatric nurse, helping kids. I feel like I have a love for kids, and I want to like give it out to other kids.
So in the next 5 years, that's where you see yourself?
Yes.
Or okay, that's good.
Well, I want to say it's been a pleasure, and it's always a pleasure to celebrate our people here at MP. Give them a round of applause. So, with that being said, we wish you nothing but the best, and we hope to see you doing what you gonna want to do later on in life. But moreover, a lot of our young people will be older. They'll be in their maybe 25, maybe like 30, coming to you and bringing their baby. So we're excited about that. So let's give it up. And we hope that you continue to listen to us as you are listening to the Voices of Madison Park Techno-Vocational High School, the voices that shape our community. Keep your dial right there on WBCA 102.9 FM.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. Today, we have Miss Brandy with us, and I'm your co-host, Danny. Miss Brandy, what do you have to say today?
Danny, how you doing today?
I'm good.
MP pride.
MP love, MP family.
Okay, let's get started because we have our family right here. And it's so nice to have the voices that shape our community. That's right, the MP community. I'd like to introduce Janiyah Harris, who's a sophomore at MP, as well as Ray Tejada. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Well, we are doing well. Danny and I are really excited to have you. And Danny's been pressing all those questions earlier today, so I'm going to let her roll out the first question that she got for y'all.
So, hi. What was your first impression on Madison Park when y'all arrived?
When I had first came to Madison Park, I thought that it was a very big environment, especially compared to my middle school. So I was slightly overwhelmed, slightly excited, but I was ready for the opportunities that came with coming to Madison.
Me too. I was also very scared because my school was like actually like very, very small. Even though it was a K through 8 school, we didn't have like a lot of people, especially the classes. They were very much more smaller. So I feel like, but like it was still a very much good, inviting community. So I was still able to, get well with it and like introduce myself to everybody.
I want to ask the key question, and I, one thing I like about my co-host Danny over there, MP Family, is that she likes to jump into it. But I'm gonna do a reverse, and I'm gonna ask that key question. Tell us what grade you're in, because I think everyone needs to know what grade you're in and then they'll be able to put both of those two questions together.
Okay. I'm in 10th grade.
I'm also in 10th grade.
Okay, so now we know we're in 10th grade, and tell us one thing that you really like about Madison.
One thing that I really like about Madison, honestly, I really like the community. Like, and I know that like I promise I'm not reading off a script, but like I really love the community. Like when I first came, I was like, cause I didn't really come to high school with like my friends from middle school, so I was like, okay, like, am I gonna make new friends or whatever? But I think that I really did find a circle of people that like I enjoy hanging out with, and not just like peers that like you hang out with in school, but like people that I like actually go out with, like, and like to hang out with.
Honestly, I would agree with you too, Ray. I feel like it was very scary at first because like how many like rumors that were spread around, but like honestly, it just showed me that like I could actually go past those rumors and find the true part of Madison, not like the part that everybody else thinks it is.
Right.
You know something? You said something really key, the rumors. And I want to dispel rumors because I think Madison Park Techno-Vocational High School is the most magical school in the city. And I'm honored to sit with both of y'all because you're both in your dental uniforms. So what is your vocation again?
Dental.
Hell, I love it. And what made y'all choose dental?
You go first.
Okay, so honestly, dental was my first pick when I came here, but then I decided to go to Metal Fab, which is welding for those who don't know. It honestly showed me that you need to keep like a broader mind. You don't really want to just stay to one thing because honestly, there's like a lot of experiences in Madison Park. But once I really figured out what I could see myself actually doing in my life, I realized that dental was like the better choice for me. That like I actually have to think about what's more able for me to go on with in my life and not what's more fun sometimes.
I agree. When I first had started, like, dental was not my first choice. I was originally in electricity. And then I agree with what Janiyah said. Like, it's important to keep an open mind because, yeah, like, you might be comfortable in something, but if you're comfortable in it, you're not being challenged enough. And if you're not being challenged, how are you really going to exceed what you're trying to do? So I ended up going to dental. And then I was actually going to switch to a different voc, but then I had talked to my mom about it, and we was like, that could be a side job. So I ended up going to dental, and as y'all can see, I really like it. See my scrubs.
And what's something y'all proud of yourself that y'all accomplished for this year?
One thing that I'm very proud of myself. Wait, do you mean like in like our voc or
A voc in general? It could be whatever.
One thing that I'm very proud of myself is like, first of all, we are in a Harvard program, and like a lot of people can't say.
We do the clap. We do the
A
clap.
lot of people can't say that like they've been to Harvard for a program or like for dental or medical or anything. So we're in a Harvard program, and I am in Bunker Hill classes, which was a struggle to have me go in there at first because I was like doubting myself and my abilities. But once I finally did it, like I can really see myself because I really want my associate's degree. So I'm definitely sticking to it.
I would also agree with that Bunker Hill part. I think that's my biggest accomplishment this year because in freshman year, I did not want to go at all. But like then I finally got to understand it that it was actually better for me because then I could graduate with more things that I wouldn't be able to.
Wow. There's something I wanted to ask you guys. Tell us a little bit about your exploratory, your freshman year coming in here. What was it like? How did you choose your program? You got the opportunity to go through 20 programs. Tell us about that experience before you made your decision.
Okay. Honestly, my freshman year, it was stressful. I felt like I wasn't fitting in as well as like the other students, but then I realized like I just wasn't with the people that I needed to be. Like I actually had to put myself out there, start speaking up for myself, start raising my hand in classes. Like I realized that I couldn't just sit back and watch everything. I realized I had to like actually push myself forward.
I agree. Exploratory for me, it was exciting. Like I don't recall being like scared or anything. Like it was really exciting for exploratory because like I saw all these different job opportunities in the middle school that I went to. It was like an arts school. So like I always knew that I wanted to do something like exactly what I'm doing here today. But it was like cool to see all of like the different job opportunities and stuff. But when I had came, I was a little disappointed during exploratory because I wanted to do criminal justice, but we didn't have that voc. So that's why, I don't know why I picked electricity, actually. Like, I just felt like a pooling to it, and then I ended up doing that.
So do you think exploratories are good? Did it give you what it was supposed to do, an opportunity to explore a variety of programs and kind of figure out who you are and what you would like to do?
Definitely.
Do you think that makes the school special having exploratory?
Definitely, because in middle school, like, everybody has big dreams in middle school and stuff, but then when you get to high school, like that's kind of where the real world hits. So it was exploratory was great, so you could see all the different options and all the different jobs that you could potentially have, and like so you're not just like stuck in one point of view like how you might have been in middle school.
And is that what you expected when you came? Like you expected seeing everything like the way it was? Like that's how it was brought to you?
No, not at all. Like and like what I just said is from my experience. Like I expected to have been in criminal justice because I wanted to be a lawyer. So that's what I was expecting to have came. But then when I came, I saw all the different opportunities. And I was like, oh, that's fire.
You could still be a lawyer as well.
There's trust. I mean, dental, I have like my OSHA and stuff. So like if y'all ever want a dentist and if your dentist messes you up, I'm your dental lawyer. Trust.
Oh, shoot.
And I won't be the dentist that's messing you up.
Shoot, I know that's right. Now, I'm going to put all three up. I'm going to tell y'all why. We are so magical. And our three is the trifecta. High school diploma. Certification, you're going to graduate. But that last one is the killer. An associate's degree. You're telling me you are both sophomores and you taking college classes MP Pride.
MP Love.
MP Family. So are you taking college classes?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that. And you only in what grade again?
10th.
Girl, you killing the game. Could you tell us a little more about that?
Well, Bunker Hill classes, like I said before, I was like very stressed. Like 9th grade was a year. And like I did not really want to do the Bunker Hill class, but I talked to my mom about it and she was like, as people of color, like we won't really have these opportunities all the time. So you need to take advantage of what you have right now. So I was like, okay, Mom. And then I ended up doing the Bunker Hill classes, but I'm really glad that I did because I feel like if I wasn't in Bunker Hill classes right now, like I would definitely be regretting my decision. And I would be like, I would still join it if I wasn't in right now, but I would be like struggling to get those credits.
Wow. And you?
Honestly, I am that person struggling to get the credits. I did not do freshman year, and I am so upset that I did not. But honestly, that just shows that I just need to put more work into myself, especially because right now I am taking a class, but it's online. So we have like different stuff that we have to like actually do because we aren't able to like talk to a teacher about it constantly, ask questions. We have to like wait a couple days, maybe wait a couple hours for an answer. Like, and then I have to go through that in the summer so that I can catch up on those credits. And honestly, I would say go and do that Bunker Hill class in freshman year. Do not pass up on the opportunity. If a teacher recommends you, if a guidance counselor recommends you, anybody, just go do the classes because honestly, I would not want to do it right now.
I have a question. This year or in general from like growing up from when I was kids, or what is something you're most proud of that you accomplished today?
Go first. Okay. I gotta think.
Honestly, I feel like getting into the school and learning more about myself. I feel like, yes, the school has taught me a lot about education, but being in this type of like environment, it's like kind of showing me what type of things I'm gonna have to deal with later in the life and like how I can improve myself, how I can change what I want to be and how I can proceed with what I want to do.
Yeah, I agree. I think definitely like if my younger self saw me, like I feel like I would be definitely very proud of myself because I've always been a person that like wants to exceed expectations, but I think definitely like from 8th grade until like maybe last year, like I've been like stuck in a place, I feel like. So I feel like sophomore year has really, especially in Bunker Hill classes, like I'm like keep going back to that because it like really helped me broaden my perspective and like it's like opening doors that I didn't even know could be opened. So like I'm definitely proud of myself, and I feel like if younger me saw me, like she'd be like, "Okay, girl." Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go like this: MP Pride,
MP Love,
MP Family. Okay, we have another question on the table.
Okay, well, one more question for today, and if you had to tell an incoming freshman that's coming to the school anything, any advice, what would it be?
Take that Bunker Hill class. I cannot. Oh my goodness, I cannot express this enough. I will always regret that to this day. Honestly, I would say take that Bunker Hill class, speak up for yourself, and just honestly, like, be yourself. Show who you want to be. Show everyone how you're going to act for the rest of your life. Like, live up to that expectation. Do better than what you think you can do.
I would definitely say, don't act a fool, okay? Because my freshman year, I feel like I could have did much better freshman year, and I know that I could have, and I regret not having did it seriously. Like, I was in these college classes and stuff, but I didn't do to my full potential what I could have did. So don't act the fool. Like, really, really lock in. I know it's freshman year, you're in a new environment, you're excited, you're meeting new people.
But stay determined.
Stay determined, stay
Most
focused.
definitely.
Well, you guys, it has been an exciting day for the Voice of Madison Park. This podcast is life-changing, at least for me. What do you think?
For me, too. I think it's very life-changing.
I have been enriched so much today as we talked to Coach Harvey.
Yes, Coach Harvey. We talked to wonderful vocation applicants that's also coming to the school. We talked to
Reishmell.
Yes, we talked to a lot of people today.
And then we had our two amazing people right here.
Right, exactly.
We had Ray
from dental
and Janiyah from dental. So, you want me to tell you what I want to say? MP Pride.
MP Love.
MP Family.
You guys, we're really excited about our podcast, and we hope that you join us. But don't forget, continue to watch us and listen to the Voice of Madison podcast. The voices that stamp our community, the voices that shape, and I'm going to also say that, stamp our community, because we are about impact. So we look forward to seeing you again. MP Pride.
MP Love.
MP family.
Bye-bye now.